Hi, this is Helen Callier with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. I am on the advisory board and I am here with Quincy Pittman. She is the fabulous and the wonderful executive assistant for Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. And we're excited to be here for the April 19th 2024 Let's Talk Business. And that's what we're here to do. Tell me, Quincy, what's going on? Tell me what you're doing. Let's talk about the mission of the chamber. Let's get everybody grounded. And then we'll go into a few questions for that and then talk about our fabulous guest for today.
Yes. So first, Helen, I want to thank our president and chairman co-members, namely Amico Federal Credit Union, for their support and making sure that we can talk this business every Friday and bring on fabulous guests every Friday. That being said, again, thank you. And just want to say our mission statement, like I do every Friday, to show, improve, and illustrate what it is that we do, not only with these words, but we're going to, like I said, show, improve. We're going to illustrate this. But however, TCRBCC is committed to acquiring and disseminating valuable business information, resources, and tools for member firms to achieve entrepreneurial parity and economic prosperity in the region and international. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to show you some resources. We have some expert content coming to us today. And other than that, I do want to also thank WCFG. They had a financial banquet last Saturday that they invited all the chamber members to.
Yeah, that's huge.
It was beautiful. We learned things. They had amazing African food there. They showered us with drinks and whatnot. Energy was great, but thank you again for that opportunity and inviting all chamber members. I wish more chamber members would have attended, but we were represented at least.
That makes a difference, and that's one of the things that I appreciate about the chamber as well, is that the resources that are available, right? Super contacts, and then events that you just mentioned to be able to meet key folks in the business community to help grow members' businesses and then make a difference for in the community as a whole. We're so excited, for our guest that's going to be for the second half of the show is going to be Sharonda Murray. Sharonda Murray is with Houston Metro Transit. Houston Metro Transit is one of the chamber's longtime strategic business partners, right? Our strategic partners in the community through the small business or the Office of Economic and Business Opportunities. And we're so thankful that Sharonda's going to be joining us to talk about what you just mentioned, right? Opportunities for chamber members. So Quincy, let's talk about some upcoming events. I know there's going to be May 8th, I believe. That's going to be in Texas City. Let's talk about the importance of that event and what it's going to mean, not only for our members that are in the Houston surrounding areas, but I also want to ground, with the support that we do for those mayors in that area, right? Texas City, Lamarck, League City, and so forth. So let's talk about that event.
So we do have it's one of a few like power lunches, power business. I think my grandmother likes to call it a business special. Where you are able to get some training, right? Get into the nitty gritty, because unfortunately through podcasts in this capacity is not enough, right? So you have an opportunity to actually learn something, ask some questions, sit down with people who challenge you to ask questions that you may have not known that you had, and also get that support that you need in your endeavors. So we have a power business training April 22nd, which is next week, and also on May 8th. And I believe is the on May 8th is what's his name? Kelvin Soko. Is that when he's doing his?
Yeah, I believe on May 8th, Kelvin Soko will definitely be there with one of the licensed professional civil engineers with the Soko firm. And if he's watching this podcast, he can correct me for the name of his firm, but he's a dynamite licensed civil engineer, does some fabulous work in transit and aviation. In fact, he is the man on the aviation side from that aspect. So spent many years with the FAA, and so even from being the FAA regional administrator for this particular region many years ago. So we're grateful for his membership and whatever he's going to bring forth, on May 8th timeframe. I believe we're going to have Harris County Toll Road Authority that will be, at the May 8th event as well. and along with some representatives from TxDOT, whom we have a strategic partnership with. Possibly maybe missing someone, but the key thing to know, again, resources coming to the table to help grow members businesses is vital, because that ties in with our mission, not only for chamber members, but it also supports the mayors in those particular areas. I mean, the luncheon is going to be in Texas City, and we're going to have the mayors coming in, of course, from Texas City, Lamarck, League City, in that particular vicinity, because there's so much growth that's going on, after TxDOT, widen the highway from I-45 south. And so for any of you guys who've seen me on LinkedIn and YouTube, I always say that wherever infrastructure goes, rooftops follow, right? And you will see those particular cities, start to grow, right? Because the infrastructure, utilities, highways, other aspects allows for growth to occur. And so for businesses that are in that particular area, this is a huge time to be making investments in your business as the population increases, as more traffic is going that way to enjoy themselves in Galveston. And then on top of that, in the Brazoria County and Galveston County, the Grand Parkway Highway 99, State Highway 99, is the segment B1 is going to be built, which goes through Brazoria County and Galveston County, right? And so that's, I don't know, say it's a $4 billion project, and then if you're watching, you can correct me, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And so what does that mean for our members that are DBE certified, that are small business certified, hub certified for those type of building related projects that TxDOT may be having along that side? What does that mean for our members? We have truckers, right? We have licensed civil engineers. We have my firm, Bradlink, technical services firm to support. And so we're very excited about that particular segment going along, because one of the things that I learned recently tied to the State Highway 99, not even built yet, right? Nothing's happened yet. It's all still on paper, and a lot of coordination efforts going on, is that developers are already building in the area.
This is like you said.
Rooftops are already coming up in the area.
Yes.
Rooftops are already coming up in the area, and it's not even in place. And so for those guys that are in the Houston area, Houston and surrounding area, or have visited Houston, and you've seen the Grand Parkway 99, State Highway 99, and from north of Kingwood to west of Katy and so forth, it is circling. It's the outer loop that's going to be servicing so many particular areas. And so when we first start seeing that highway come in place, we knew, tied to one of my businesses, is that would be 5 to 10 to 15 years worth of work, right? Because you not only have the highway, right, that's coming through, and the toll road coming through, you then have the development that's going to be 1 mile, 2 miles, 5 miles, 10, 15 miles away. That's 5 to 10 to 15 years worth of work. Right, that brings economic opportunities to those particular areas. Right. And so I tell folks to take a picture now, Brazoria County. Take a picture now of Galveston County. Take a picture now, because it's going to be much differently, coming a few years down the road. And I know a lot of folks who live in the Rocheron area, and there's a lot of nice homes around there. And you're thinking that I'm out here, nice country land, nice near farmland. Take a picture now.
The infrastructure's coming for you,
because the development's coming on through. All right, the development's coming on through. So, and I love that, because that means business opportunities. And again, one of the things you mentioned about the chamber's mission is bringing that information coming forward. So, why don't you share with the audience and the listeners what's on our website, right? And how they can get to the website, what the website address is, and where they can find out more information about the chamber, and for those who want to come on board as a member.
Oh, yes, you can come on board. Call us up now. Miss Thompson's number is available. She's ready to sign you up. However, you can reach us at tri-county blackchamber.org. There you can learn more about the chamber, how the chamber got started, like what our true values are. You can join. Our events are listed there. Our podcasts are the recording of our podcasts are there. So all things chamber is there. And the good thing is if something's not there that you can't find or that you need, you just pick up the phone and call the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
The chamber is available 24/7 almost. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope you won't, abuse that.
yeah.
Because my grandmother needs to sleep sometimes, but she's very, very dedicated. She's very thorough,
Sure.
and she wants to help you. So go to our website, tri-county-regional-black-chamber.org. On our events page, I know Helen and I talked about May 8th and us having the
Mm-hmm.
power lunch presentation. However, things may change. I've seen it happen. It
Mm-hmm.
may change to May 10th
Mm-hmm.
and then come
Mm-hmm.
back to May 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that anytime you register or that you look at our events page and you're interested in a specific event, that you go back and just double check to make sure nothing's changed. Because this year the chamber is like we've really taken off.
It is.
So,
it is. The rocket is gone.
So many things
the
are
rocket
going
is
on.
gone.
So many things are going on. So that's why that events page can be a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But just make sure once you register for events, look at your emails. I know we can get a little bombarded by emails. My grandmother has gotten a whole lot better. The emails are short and sweet. Okay. So whatever she sends, you need to know.
And let me ground everybody. I mean, grandmothers. What Quincy is saying is that Leandria Thompson is very well branded and known in the business community. And we definitely appreciate her leading the efforts and continuing to drive the vision from the president and CEO, and that's huge, along with the board of directors, and of course, the advisory board members like myself for many years. So definitely visit the website. You'll also see links to our strategic partners that'll be on the website as well. Such as Houston Metro Transit. Along with who's our guest has bells on, along with TxDOT, Lone Star, Amico, as you noted, Amico Credit Union. Just so exciting for strategic partners to say that the chamber's vision aligns with their vision and looking to make a huge difference in the areas in which we service, which are 12 counties. Right?
12 counties.
It's 12 counties, 4 regions, servicing members in glorious East Texas, all the way to Brazoria County, as well as Galveston County, which we talked about earlier, all the way to the Beaumont Triangle, which is, God's country, and Port Arthur, Orange, and just huge support, there. So we're very grateful for that type of vision. In addition to the affiliate chamber, in Killeen, right, Texas, with the innovative Black Chamber of Commerce, which played a key role with that. So leadership is there. All right, leadership is there. We want you to partner with the chamber. If you're a member, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. You can always find me on LinkedIn, or feel free to call the chamber as well. We'll make sure the telephone numbers are available and the emails available as well in the description. And feel free to reach out. And so this is Quincy. Make sure to give her a call, because she wears all of the key hats that's being a key part of the glue for making the chamber's operations work, and we're very grateful for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, what you do and bring to the table is it's vital. So we're for the second half of our show. We have Sharonda Murray, who's the Houston Metro Transit Outreach Manager, for the Office of Economic and Business Opportunity. And if I've mixed the words around, she's going to correct me. So I'm very excited about what Metro means in the city and in the region, and what they're doing to help make Houston a better place to live, work, and play. Right. And so it's about, transit supporting that efforts and the quality of life. And small businesses play a role, right? Because they don't do it by themselves. They don't do it by themselves. And so as you look at all the huge dollars that come through, which we'll cite some of those particular dollars, but they don't do it by themselves. And I remember having an interview recently with TxDOT. Right, we were in the Austin district office in this is April. It must have been February timeframe. And was talking with the lead of the construction manager, the big guy over construction. And with all of the billions of dollars that TxDOT's going to be spending over the next 5-10 years, $10 billion almost a year, and correct me if I'm wrong, correct me, call me out on that, 10 billion a year across the state, is that he indicated that we don't do it by ourselves. In fact, we can't do it by ourselves. We can't. Right. So that means that contractors, consulting firms like mine, professional services firms, janitorial, for all of those efforts, they are calling for us. They're calling for you, but you got to get to the table, right? You have to be at the table. You have to be in the room, and that's one of the things. One of the things that the chamber creates those environments.
Yes.
Right. To help grow your business and help put you at the table, but you have to ask for that help. But I think on the other piece is for a lot of small businesses, you have to be very clear on what your dream is, your big picture, what your vision, mission, and purpose, because that's what you're feeding when you're meeting with someone like a Sharonda Murray at Metro. Why are you having that meeting? Right? How does it fit your business model? Right? How does it fit your business model? And how does your services best align with Houston Metro Transit or TxDOT or Lone Star College? Wow. Lone Star College had a huge event last week, last Thursday or Friday timeframe. It was their vendor outreach, which we'll have videos on our website. Right? There'll be videos posted on the Chamber's website. That's a must listen for Monica, who's the manager of the Hub program, small business program for Lone Star Community College here locally, as well as Brandon, who reports into Monica. Feel free to visit the Chamber's website to see those clips, because and I suggest to you that next year, if they have such an event again, and they normally do annually, that you look to sign up to become a vendor to do a reverse. It's called a reverse fair, because the vendors each had a booth. And then Lone Star College had all of their contracts folks and key decision makers go booth to booth.
Wow. Isn't that a turn of events?
Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Very exciting about that. And the tacos were pretty good too. So it is what it is. Hey, the Chamber's here for you. Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, covering 4 regions, 12 counties, and affiliates. That's outside of Killeen and the Austin, Texas area. And so we're so thankful. We're going to get ready to transition for the second half of our show, and we will see you back here shortly. And also thank you so very much for our sponsors. Who are our sponsors again?
Amoco Federal Credit Union.
All right. Give it up for Hamico. All right. We're going to transition and be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Hey there, and we're back. Helen Callier with Brad Link, president of Brad Link, as of course, Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Advisory Board member. So thankful for Let's Talk Business. Gives us an opportunity to share with our members in the audience and the areas in which we serve. And of course, this goes globally. What am I talking about?
Wow.
This goes globally. And so for that, it gives an opportunity for us to share about business opportunities that can make a difference in your business, and of course, for chamber members as well. Thank you so much for our sponsors. Appreciate that, 10,000%. And of course, our strategic partners with Houston Metro. Yes. I am wearing my Metro red. I'm wearing my Metro red, and very, very thankful for Sharonda Murray being in the house. Yes. Made it.
Made it.
Man, so tell us, because a lot of work. I mean, people see the buses, right? They see the buses, they see the light rail, they even see some of the maintenance vehicles. They'll see, Metro Police, and of course, they see the big, beautiful building that's downtown as well. So, give us a quick, a brief introduction of who Metro Transit is for those who may not know.
Okay.
And then what's your role? Within Metro, and let's talk about that and then we're just gonna
dive in.
All right. Well, listen, I get excited every time I have an opportunity to share anything about small businesses doing business with Metro. I am Sharonda Murray, Manager of Outreach and Business Development for Metro's Office of Economic Business Opportunity. I've been with Metro for 34 years.
Yes.
And we're not going to talk about the fact when I first started Metro, I thought she worked at Metro, but we'll talk about that later.
It's another time.
Yes. But I'm so excited. Metro has a lot of opportunities. As Helen stated, we're not just driving buses, but we're building streets, building roads, making bus stops accessible for pedestrians, for wheelchair lift patrons. So whatever your home needs, believe it or not, that's what Houston Metro needs. And as it relates to small businesses, we have a plethora of opportunities. So you ask me anything you want.
No, go.
Well, we have a plethora of opportunities. We have what you call our local opportunities. As a matter of fact, we have our own certification program. We are a certified entity because we have so many opportunities within Metro ourselves. And so we are a certified entity. And with that plug, I want to encourage you to get certified with Metro. No, you do not have to be certified in order to do business with Metro. But because we place small business goals on our contracts, those goals must be met by a Metro small business, SBE, or a DBE, disadvantaged business enterprise. So that's where that being certified comes in place for you, being able to be a sub on some of these projects that Metro have.
And so speak to that, Sharonda. I mean, for helping, encouraging firms become small business, certified, small business enterprise certified, as well as even DBE certified, disadvantaged business enterprise certified. Speak to how you guys, your department that you work in, assist in those certifications, and then what type of events that you have around that. So talk to me about your Metro University as well.
All right. So as stated, it's very important, or I want to encourage you to make sure you get Metro certified. Okay. If you're DBE certified with City of Houston or any entity outside of the state, we accept DBE certifications as well. But the reason as stated, we encourage you to get certified because we place goals on contracts. And the more firms we have certified in our database, the higher the goals can be placed on the contract. Annually, Metro strive to put a 35% small business goal on all of our contracts. But let me give you an example. There are some IT things that we cannot put a 35% small business goal on because a lot of times IT equipment, they have to deal with different licenses.
Yeah, proprietary. Could be proprietary.
Yes. And so we'll try really hard to get a goal placed on it, maybe a 10%, so it won't be a 35%. Another deal, let's say street sweepers. You would consider that as construction, but believe it or not, we do not have certified street sweepers in our database. So if a contract came up that said we needed street sweepers, we wouldn't be able to put a 35% small business goal on that contract. So if you're a street sweeper, please come and get certified with Metro because we need you.
So street sweeper, and it's tough to say that, but I know that you're out there. And so you mentioned that for street sweepers, it's not only on construction projects, but it's also maintenance, right?
Yes.
Right. So speak to that as well as power washing and other opportunities along that line.
So as stated, what Metro needs everything. We need from pressure washing, power washing, janitorial services, coffee services, paper, toiletry, pens, papers, promotional items, you name it. We have those opportunities for you from the smaller businesses up until the larger. So there's opportunity for you, the small business, to do business with us. And then if you ask Sharonda, I don't really know the intel of Metro. Number one, I want to encourage you to do your homework. A lot of people say, I want to do business with Metro. Is Metro the place that really utilize your services? So number one, I want to encourage any small business, do your homework and see if Metro is the place for you to do business with. Number two, we actually have what you call Metro Business University, our MBUs, where we have workshops monthly. Sometimes we have 2 to 3 workshops. They're virtually, and some are in person, but it's if you're talking to me, because we allow you to ask questions. We bring key players. We talk about you're not just being ready to do business with us, but we talk about how we can help you to get be able to do business with you because of the tools that we provide, the workshops, the classes, the presenters we bring to the table, how to price your proposal. We teach you that, how to read Metro solicitations from A to Z. We teach you that, where to find our opportunities. We show you that. So we are so transparent and so accessible.
So how do I find out about, or our listeners find out about those events coming up? Is that on the website? Let's speak to that, as well as some of the other information that you just noted about opportunities coming up.
Yes, ma'am. Everything is at Metro's website. As a matter of fact, as I stated, our department is in the trenches fighting and advocating for you, the small business. So
that's ridemetro.org.
There you go. It's www.ridemetro.org.
We'll make sure, man. I tell you, I've known Sharonda for a very long time, and Sharonda is the first lady in small business in Houston.
Oh, wow.
A difference maker, the openness that's there, and to be able to do the one-on-ones and to coordinate the one-on-ones with key folks that you want to meet with in Metro, if indeed that you've identified, yes, Metro is my ideal client. Right. If Metro is my ideal client. I was at an event yesterday, yesterday morning, and there was a small business who saw me in the hallway before I went into the big room where Sharonda was there. Right, had a table, talking with other small businesses. But I'm out in the hallway, and I'm on a Teams call. I'm just going to be quite honest and transparent. I'm on a Teams call before I go into the mini expo, and the lady asked me, is that who does she need to meet with internally? And she shared with me what she does, right? Which was, she was in signage, and then I asked, it's like, well, do you do bus wraps? Do you do signage for the bus stops and all of that? Because and I didn't even know that you were there. Right. Then Metro could be one of the folks that you speak with. Right. Do you do any aspects of that?
Right.
Right. And so, but you have to be very clear on who your ideal customers are.
Right.
Right. So speak to me again about the MBU University, and when you're at events like that, the outreach events.
Okay. So when I'm at events, I make sure I have on the table opportunities that are on the street today. I make sure we have steps on how to access our website, from the solicitation to the current procurement opportunity to the under $50,000 opportunities. Y'all, on Metro's website at www.ridemetro.org, we have the under $50,000 opportunities now that we post just for you. Okay, so I encourage you to look at that on a daily basis, because sometimes we need it really quick, and it's a 24-hour turnaround. Sometimes we give you a week, sometimes we give you 10 days, but that's low-hanging opportunity for you.
And what are some of the examples of some of those under $50,000?
Okay, great question. Examples: when we need the coffee. Examples: when we need power washing. 1900 Main building needed power washing. That made it. We needed some construction and minor design at a Cashmere facility auditorium. That was under the 50,000. We needed fencing opportunities. That was an under $50,000 opportunity. So we have construction. We have things in big areas, but we bundle it to make it big. Sometimes we need quick in-house opportunities.
So key tip, and you have to be documenting and writing down what the tips that are rolling out right now. So make sure that you're, go to ridemetro.org, look for the events page about the upcoming Metro Business University, right? The MBU events for training. Definitely monitor, the under $50,000, opportunities as well, because that's significant. That's significant right there.
And Helen, we also have anticipated what's coming down the pike in different quarters. So we even have the anticipated opportunities, letting you know that it's coming in 3 months. So you can prepare yourself. We also have on our website past contract opportunities. And the good thing about that is people ask, Sharonda, who are your primes? Who's doing business with Metro? Primes are anyone who's winning our contracts today and who's won them in the past. And so we have that opportunity still listed. Say, for instance, 82 boosts
Mhm.
or
Oh, yeah.
53 boosts. You
Yeah.
can go and look at that. And when you say a boost project is coming down the street, you can say, who won the last boost contract? The name is there. You can Google them. You and email them and say, I noticed that you're doing business with Houston Metro. I do business as a sub in that same industry. The next time you are on a Metro contract, I would love to do business with you. That's how you network. That's how you connect with the primes or past primes or current primes doing business with Metro.
So that is, if I was at a concert right now, I'd be screaming. I'd be screaming. Yeah, I would be screaming. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be screaming right now. So here's what I mean, and it's huge. Another tip. So make sure that you're writing down the tips. Make sure you're writing down the tips. Is that when you see that the opportunity is coming up, you have that list of primes. Get on the phone. Send them an email. Right. Follow suit. Right. Follow the formula.
Right.
Follow the formula as I note to be able to say, hi, my name is Jimmy Bean, and no trademark whacking here is just an example. My name is Lynn Johnson. Hopefully there's no Lynn Johnsons out there to be able to say, and I saw that you were the prime on XYZ project with Metro. We do this. Here's my past performance, and or either we've done it here. Right. And then to be able to go after that opportunity and then cross-reference that to some of the anticipated projects coming up.
That's right.
Because that's early teaming and positioning. Talk to me about the Meet the Primes program and the Meet the Buyers program that you have as well, and the value that is for chamber members and those in the audience as well.
All right, thanks for asking. I will Meet the Primes. We have a lot of small businesses that say, Sharonda, we don't like doing business with y'all because the prime contractors already know who they're going to use. So we heard you. Sometimes that's true because people do business with who they like, know, and trust. And so they go and tend to grab the same people. So what we've encouraged them in our Office of Economic Business Opportunity is if we bring some small businesses to the table that can talk to you and you tell them exactly what it is that you expect or you anticipate or what you look to having with a sub, they can prepare themselves. So we start having what you call Meet the Primes events. And we try to have those events prior to big contracting events that's hitting the ground. Okay. So when there's a big construction project or a big Northwest facility bus operating project, a Metro lift project that's huge, $1 million project, we have what you call Meet the Primes because we want to give you, the small business, opportunity to come and sell yourself. Bring your capability statements, tell them, I'm the best. I'm the best kept secret.
Oh, I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
I can do this. I've just never been given the opportunity, but I promise you, if you give me the opportunity, you can see what I can do. So that's how you come to our Meet the Primes. We've been making that available to you. As a matter of fact, May 22nd, we're going to have a Meet the Primes in all industries for Metro. And so what we're doing is inviting all of our primes to come to the table in different industries. So we'll be laying that out to let you know exactly which prime says I will definitely be there, because we don't want you to come and it's not in your industry and you be upset. So we're going through that process now, and that'll be coming out shortly as to which primes are going to be there. And then you show up, sub, that's in that same industry of work. So we're bringing it to the table, not just for what we call our Metro Next opportunities. This is our all the time. So we bring in all of them in all industries. Okay, we bring them for you.
So what I love about that, first of all, I wasn't aware of the May 22nd.
Oh yes, on the website. What you doing?
I was slipping a tad bit. So thank you so much. I have it written down for May 22nd. All industries full of Meet the Primes, which is huge. And I'll always make sure you're visiting the website as well, right? Metro.org. And so where's that going to be? Where's that going to be held?
And the reason I didn't really want to say it yet, because I wanted to make sure that the subs come and meet the primes that said yes.
Oh yeah.
Because you see what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'll go on and tell you. But don't get upset if your prime is not there, because we're strategic about this. But it's at 5300 Griggs. It's at Palm Center.
Oh, got it.
We're taking it back to old school.
Okay. Excellent. Okay? Excellent.
So HBDI or
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. I mean, for those who are native to Houston,
$53,000.
It's Old Palm Center, but it's
Oh,
5300 Griggs Road
mm-hmm,
off of
5330.
MLK, which is right. You can take the rail, right? You
You
can
sure
take the light
can.
rail.
Yes.
It's conveniently located. You just walk from there. So we're so very excited about that, which is huge. Again, the first lady of small business.
I love it. That is so cool.
The
That's
first lady of
right.
small business. So I mean, when you hear folks to say that, Metro doesn't care, they're not serious. I mean, and I see otherwise. I mean, I'm grateful that we've done work for Metro
Mm-hmm.
for years, right?
Yes.
And very
Yes.
grateful that we're working on projects right now. We have other members in the chamber that are working on projects, and of course, everybody knows Chef Yo.
Yes, we do.
Everybody knows Chef Yo. If you don't know
Yes.
Chef Yo, call us, call Quincy, and she'll point you to Chef Yo. But she's done wonderful things, for you guys and other members as well. And so, what do you say, from an encouragement standpoint for those small businesses who've attempted to bid on things, weren't successful, and or either attempted to go after primes, weren't successful? What do you say? How do you encourage them?
Let me encourage you. As I stated, people do business with who they like, know, and trust. I want to encourage you to not to give up if you've gone after a Metro contract, if you tried to be a sub on a contract. So don't quit Metro. If you've done your homework, like I stated, and you know that you are a fit for us, you do construction, you can be a subcontractor. Don't quit. When I tell you this lady sitting next to me, I promise you, I thought she worked for Metro when I was in a different department because Helen was there all the time. She was persistent, and it took her 100 knocks, but that 101 knock, Helen landed a major contract with Metro. And so and I will also state that it is not a sprint when it comes to doing business with Metro. It's a marathon. You have to run, and sometimes you run a little lengthy, but when you land and you win, there's no stopping you. So I just want to encourage you not to give up, because that's why our department exists. We exist to make sure that there's a level playing field for you, the small business. We heard you say that people using the same subs. A lot of times that's true, but we've been fighting. We've been we're trying to mix that up by bringing these Meet the Prime meetings where you have to be present to show them, hey, these are my capability statements. This is what I've done in the past, and this is what I can do. So we're not just talking the talk. As a matter of fact, I would guarantee you this: if there is a goal placed on the contract, that goal will be met by a Metro certified small business or a DBE. Let me tell you what we did last year. Last year alone, we paid $87 million to SBEs and DBEs. 93% of that was minority and women. We don't have a minority program. We don't have a women program, but we're making sure that small businesses are coming to the table in all industries, and they are minorities, even though we don't have a program. So we're doing business with minorities. We're doing business with women. $87 million was paid. 93% minority owned and women received that payment. And
That
that's in
is
FY 2023 last year.
Oh, that's significant and a key contribution. So I'm going to do today is a fabulous day. It's huge dynamics that are going on, and it's been so I want you to stay here.
Okay.
And I need to bring in Dinita Codwell, who's
Okay.
the executive director of Austin ISD Hub program. It's been a rock and roll day, but I want you to be able to contribute as well, because
Okay.
you guys are a stalwart in the small business. In case for Danita, the hub community as well, hub certified community as well. I mean, I can't say enough about. I can't say a boatload. Let me go that direction. I can say a boatload about both of you guys. About both of you guys. So I'm going to leave the first lady, Danita, if you allow. I'm going to leave the first lady of small business in Houston here to my right, and of Houston Metro Transit. She's the outreach manager for Houston Metro, doing fabulous things. And you guys are both rock stars, right? Both rock stars. So Danita Codwell is the executive director of Austin ISD Hub program. She has extensive background in hub, historically underutilized business policies. Has been a longtime advocate in that particular space. Leadership with state agencies, from Texas Facilities Commissions through a couple of others. Then was with Visa, right? I don't know if it's Visa, MasterCard. I don't know if they're separate or not, but anyhow,
Visa.
Visa. So in that regards, and now for what, about 5 years, she's been, leading the helm at Austin ISD, doing marvelous things for hub firms, making a huge impact, and setting the flag is already in the ground. I do want to say that.
Mhm.
The flag is in the ground, and that's one of the things that I appreciate about Danita. So, Danita, tell me, and let's share with our audience about the vision tied to the Austin ISD bond program. Right,
Mhm.
2022, there was a bond program that was put into place, voted
Yes.
upon. $2.4 billion. 2.4 billion. It sounds good.
That
So
sounds real good.
2.4
Yes.
billion. So walk us through the vision, the mission, and then what your program that you head up and drive, how does that help with all the full mix and creating the ideal environment for students to learn, right?
Sure. First, let me acknowledge, Sharonda, you gave me life. Like inspiration. If we
Oh,
haven't met directly, we need to connect for sure. So
we
thank you
do.
for that.
Yes.
Very powerful. I'm super excited to be here today. Thank you for having me on. I'm also equally excited to lead our supplier diversity efforts at Austin ISD. With what you just said, this is the largest bond in the district's history.
Mhm,
And so, we have a responsibility to our community to ensure that our contractors reflect those that we serve, our babies. That is our number one constituent is our students. And
mhm,
so I'm very proud to lead those efforts here and to be intentional about the work that we do.
mhm,
So we have been at the forefront of all of the conversations since the beginning, even during the bond campaign. I made it clear as a leader that this is something that we're going to have to do business differently than what we did in our last bond. We want to ensure that we increase those numbers. 2.44 sounds amazing. However, that also means it takes effort on not just hub. It's not just our responsibility, right? It's a cross-functional department responsibility. It's a leadership responsibility from the top, from our board of trustees down. And what I can say, we have full support in our efforts in creating those opportunities. I report directly to our CFO, which is huge. That allows me to move quickly, to make decisions that I need to make, and it positions me uniquely to interact at a higher level than
mhm.
that may have been in the past.
I mean, that's significant. When I was in a agency leadership role, I know the power that it is when a board member or board members buy into the program.
Yes, yes,
I mean, I don't want to use the four-letter word fire, but it puts it on fire, right? And really
yes.
moves things, and it gives you and your program the opportunity to do what you just said, which what you do, right? We're going to do things differently, and so as you do things differently, speak and share with the audience what that means for Austin and the surrounding areas, and for the students where firms such as mine, right? Because
Mhm,
we're
mhm.
one of the primes for Austin ISD, with my office there, providing permitting services. What does that mean for Austin and the locals? Because it's very important. Talk to that.
Yeah, thank you for that. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Helen, because you are a testament to one of our initiatives. We have what we call hub forums, where we invite our firms in to first meet initially with our department, so that we can help you position yourself, within the dynamics of our district. Everybody has their certain compliance process and requirements, but it's all enforced in different ways depending on the entity you're doing business with. So we want to make sure you're putting your best foot forward. We held a hub forum with Helen. And she again did her due diligence. You have to, do your part as well.
Mhm,
Persistent. I heard Sharonda say that. Ensuring following up, putting hubs in direct contact with our leadership, those who are making decisions, those who are in day-to-day operations, and ensuring that you have that direct contact. And then ultimately that led to an award for Helen, and we have several other examples in that regard. And that's something new that I started when I joined the district to ensure that we had a direct pipeline for our hub firms to connect directly with those leaders that are making the decisions.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
and it-
yeah, that's significant. That's so
yeah,
significant. I mean, I mentioned earlier when Sharonda was talking that if we were at a concert right now, we'd be screaming. So
yes, yes. In addition to that, we are going to be rolling out a webinar series. I see a need for us to educate our firms on the unique way we do business. We do a lot of cooperative jock um,
Mhm.
work, right? And there are not a lot of hubs in that space that are approved on these cooperatives. And so there's a lot of money flowing through, not just Austin ISD. So that's an example of one of the sessions that we're going to hold, how to leverage cooperatives, how to get approved on a cooperative and what that means in the construction realm. And
Mhm.
then how does that then directly connect to opportunities at Austin ISD?
Mhm. 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 Yeah, that's significant. I appreciate you mentioning that. We had a prior strategic partner of the chambers to mention about the importance of co-ops because those are missed opportunities, right? Those are
Yes.
missed opportunities. And so if you're bringing a tailored one in that's going to speak to that, that will that'll make a huge impact in that regards. And so, where can small businesses or businesses you're doing outreach with, where can they find learn about the opportunities?
Yes, thank you. So we're on 3 platforms. We have our Instagram account, and it's Austin spelled out ISD Hub. HUB. We're also on LinkedIn, and that is abbreviated AISD Hub again. And they're also on Facebook, and you can find us on Facebook at Austin ISD Hub Program. So we are very active on our social media platforms. That is something else that is new
Right.
that came with my leadership here. We have an awesome person that manages that, Catherine Martinez. I want to publicly acknowledge her. She does a great job. But that is where we're going to be more intentional about putting out our outreach events and opportunities for training at least a month ahead of each of those.
Mhm.
And any partnerships that we have going with chambers of commerce, any other industry organizations. So we can be found on all 3 of those platforms.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a game changer.
Good.
Yeah, that's a game changer because that they're on the social media platform. So
Yes.
I thought you were getting ready to say we have 3 procurement related platforms or something. So, but I do appreciate that. Because that would get because small business sometimes get tied up in their shoestrings for like
Mhm.
right. Where do we have to go? Where do we have to go? But you're saying we're meeting you where you are.
Exactly.
We're meeting you
Yes.
where you are, and I'm sure that there's because you can get the push notices coming from LinkedIn, from Facebook and Instagram and so forth. So, yeah, that's so. What do you find? It's a question I asked Sharonda as well. Is that for those small businesses that have been knocking on the door that have been
Mhm.
saying, hey, they won't meet with us, or and this 4-letter word, it's not in my vocabulary. I think it's 4 letters, 5 letters. I've tried.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
I've tried and I haven't been successful, and it's not worth my while to go after opportunities tied to the $2.44 billion. But that doesn't even include what you're doing regular operational wise.
Right.
What do you say to those firms? How do you encourage them? What do you say?
Yeah, similar to Sharonda, and I know it gets frustrating when you hear, don't give up, be persistent. What I can say is that, leadership changes over time. People come and go. And what that means is you have different people in leadership, right? That means a different perspective is now in place.
Mhm.
There's a different way. Again, I said we're doing business differently. So under my leadership, I have a very close relationship with our construction management department. And
Mm.
so what I will say is those who may have disengaged from, doing business with Austin ISD or, because you couldn't get your foot in the door or, you just frustrated.
Mhm.
I encourage you to come back.
Mhm.
We are here. We are serious about not just introducing you, but getting you a contract. When I say getting you, positioning you so that you can fairly compete and have that direct access for the work. We don't give away anything, but you have to come. I wish I could. You get a contract. You get a contract.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Right. So it's just one of those things. You just have to really keep pushing, keep showing up when you do come to these events. Make sure you are in the face of those key leaders. Don't just come, sit in the audience, blend in with the crowd. Pay attention to some of these non minority firms and how they move. They are very intentional. They go directly to the leadership. Hi, introduce yourselves. And if you're unsure of who those people are, come and talk to us. We're at these events and we'll tell you, hey, you need to meet this person. Before you leave, have a conversation with this person. And before you leave, send an email to that person saying, hey, pleasure to meet you, and follow up. So that's the key. You have to follow up. They have to do their due diligence as well.
Man, the tips are dripping today. I mean, I have tiger, paws on it and silver, but if I had diamonds, they're blinging right now. The tips are blinging. And as I told Sharonda, I have Metro red on, but I also have Austin ISD red on.
Yes, I love it.
Right.
And
there.
I normally have on Metro red. I had it on yesterday. I wear it every time I did it the last podcast. I was like, what did I miss? I forgot.
Yes.
all is well. We got enough to share. So May 22nd. And then when will the webinars launch? When would that get
So
started?
the webinars are going to launch this July. So
Okay.
July 2024. And then, so if you follow us on those platforms I mentioned, once we have everything firmed up, we'll release the dates. And then we're going to have a large, similar to a Meet the Prime. I believe Sharonda was talking about that. Something similar to that will take place in August. Again, that date will be released coming up, but stay tuned for those opportunities. And the webinar will be quarterly.
Okay, super. Because we have members that are in the Austin area, locally, and obviously who have other multiple offices that support in Austin, serve in Austin as well. So what we'll do, we'll make sure we get these dates over to Quincy. Who's the granddaughter of Leandria. She's so proud of that. Leandria.
Yes.
But we'll make sure that those dates are highlighted on the chamber's website and then social platforms, and of course I'll do it on mine as well. From one of the advisory board members, and of course my own fantastic business with Brad Lincoln Permit as now. Just putting it in.
Yeah.
So in within the last 60 seconds, what else do you want our members and audience to know? Because I know we're going to see you May 8th.
Yes. I will be there May 8th.
Yes.
And I should have said that too. Yes, I will be there May 8th. Super excited to partner again with the chamber there. One thing I want to mention, another initiative I think is very important is, looking at this program from a full spectrum, meaning, it's just not about, how many hubs that we can get on a project. It's about that overall economic impact that we're creating in a community. And so one of the other things that I've done here is commission an economic impact analysis with our 2017 bond. And we intend to do that again in 2022, because what that does is it shows the impact, right? Across the board, the revenue generation that these qualified businesses are bringing to the table. It's showing the job opportunities, how many jobs that have been created as a result of partnering with hub firms. And we can look at that at a campus level. And so that's been huge for me to be able to show that data to really truly show the overall impact that our program is having.
Yeah, that's and thank you for showing that, because we know it's about the communities, right? In which they live, work, and play, and so I appreciate that. We are at 11:29, so I Sharonda, just for 10 seconds, First Lady, what 10 seconds? What do you want to say, lasting words? And then Danita, we're definitely going to have you back as well as Sharonda. 10 seconds, so I can close on out. Go ahead.
Just want to encourage you, don't quit. If you don't get that contract that first time, don't quit. Be persistent. Keep knocking. Keep striving. It's there. The opportunity is sure to come. I just want to encourage you to just keep knocking and be persistent.
Wow.
It's going to come.
Wow. Today is Friday, and the concert is live. It's time to shout. I tell you, let's talk business. So excited to be today's host with Sharonda Murray, the outreach manager for Houston Metro Transit, doing fabulous things in the Houston surrounding areas, as well as Danita Caldwell, who is the executive hub director for Austin ISD. And it's about Austin. It's about making a difference for the students. And so I want to say thank you 10,000%. Thank you for our sponsors as well. You know who you are. We're going to make sure it's on there too. And we're a wrap. Make it a fantastic day and make some money. Talk to you soon. Thanks.